Most people think budgeting means tracking every single expense and living like a monk. That's exactly why 80% of budgets fail within the first month. But there's one budgeting rule that millionaires swear by, and it's so simple you can set it up in under 10 minutes. I've analyzed hundreds of successful wealth building strategies, and this 50-30-20 method consistently separates those who build wealth from those who stay broke. The best part? You'll never have to track another receipt again. So let's break down this game-changing rule and get your money working for you automatically. Here's the brutal truth about budgeting that nobody wants to admit. The reason your last 3 budget attempts crashed and burned isn't because you lack willpower. It's because you were using a broken system. Traditional budgets ask you to micromanage every dollar. Coffee, $4.50. Lunch, $12.75. Gas, $45.20. It's exhausting, time-consuming, and completely unsustainable. You're essentially asking yourself to become a part-time accountant for your own life. But here's what's really happening psychologically. When you overspend in one category, you feel like you've failed the entire budget, so you give up completely. It's like saying, well, I ate 1 cookie, might as well finish the whole box. This all-or-nothing mentality is exactly why detailed budgets have such a horrific success rate. The wealthy don't budget this way. They understand that money management should be simple, automated, and foolproof. The 50-30-20 rule is stupidly simple, and that's exactly why it works. You take your after-tax income and split it into 3 buckets. That's it. 50% goes to needs. These are your non-negotiables. Rent, utilities, groceries, minimum debt payments, insurance. The stuff you literally cannot live without. Notice I said minimum debt payments, not extra payments. We'll get to that. 30% goes to wants. This is your fun money. Restaurants, entertainment, shopping, hobbies, that overpriced coffee you love. The key here is guilt-free spending. Once you've allocated this 30%, you can blow it on whatever makes you happy without destroying your financial future. 20% goes to savings and debt payoff. This is where the magic happens. This bucket builds your emergency fund, funds your retirement, and crushes debt faster than minimum payments ever could. Let's make this real with numbers. Say you bring home $4,000 a month after taxes. That's $2,000 for needs, $1,200 for wants, and $800 for savings and debt payoff. Simple math, no spreadsheets required. But here's the psychology that makes this brilliant. You're not restricting yourself completely. You have permission to spend 30% on whatever you want. This prevents the deprivation mindset that kills other budgets. At the same time, you're automatically building wealth with that 20%. Most people save whatever's left over, which is usually nothing. The system saves first, spends second. Implementation is where most people get stuck, so I'm going to make this ridiculously easy for you. First, calculate your after-tax monthly income. Use your actual take-home pay, not your gross salary. If your income varies, use the lowest month from the past 6 months. It's better to underestimate than get caught short. Second, set up 3 separate bank accounts. I'm serious about this. 1 for needs, 1 for wants, 1 for savings. Most banks let you do this for free. Having separate accounts eliminates decision fatigue and makes overspending nearly impossible. Third, automate everything. Set up automatic transfers to move money into each bucket the day after your paycheck hits. Your needs account should cover all your fixed expenses. Your wants account becomes your spending money. Your savings account becomes untouchable wealth-building money. Here's a pro tip that most people miss. If you're currently living paycheck to paycheck, don't jump straight to 20% savings. Start with 10% or even 5%. The goal is to build the habit first, increase the percentage later. A sustainable 5% beats an unsustainable 20% every single time. And if you're drowning in debt, modify the rule temporarily. Make it 50-20-30, where that extra 10% goes to crushing debt faster. Once you're debt-free, flip back to the original rule. The beauty of this system is its flexibility. Having a bad month, your wants category absorbs the hit, not your entire financial plan. Got a bonus? Decide up front whether it's wants money or savings money, then stick to your decision. Most importantly, track your progress, not your spending. Check your savings account balance monthly, not your receipts daily. Focus on what's growing, not what you're spending. This keeps you motivated and prevents the micromanagement trap that kills other budgets. The 50-30-20 rule works because it's simple, sustainable, and actually enjoyable to follow. You're not depriving yourself, you're not tracking every penny, and you're automatically building wealth. It's the difference between fighting your psychology and working with it. Start tonight, calculate your numbers, set up those 3 accounts, and automate your transfers. Your future wealthy self will thank you for making this decision right now, instead of waiting for the perfect time to start. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.